Welcome back. Police need your help in locating this young teenage girl. They describe her as a runaway. Police are looking for 15-year-old Serenity Tiana Wallace. Her last known address is St. James Road, that's in the Camp Road community. Serenity was last seen on Friday around 6 p.m. at her residence. She is of brown complexion, stands about 5 feet 4, 5 feet 5 inches tall. She is of slim build. If you know of her whereabouts, contact CID at 502-9991. You can call 911 or Crime Stoppers at 328-TIPS. A 24-year-old man is in stable condition in hospital after he was stabbed yesterday. Reports say it happened at a residence off Seabreeze Lane sometime around 1 a.m. Police tell us a dispute occurred at a home on Orchard Close involving the suspect, a 19-year-old woman, and a third person. When the victim intervened, the suspect allegedly stabbed him to his upper body before fleeing the scene. Police also investigating the circumstances surrounding a suicide attempt that occurred on Sunday. Reports indicate that shortly after 7 p.m., a 25-year-old woman allegedly ingested a chemical liquid while at a home on Winds Lane. She was taken to hospital for further medical attention and evaluation. A man was driving his car in the Bonefish Pond area off Cowpen Road around 7:30 p.m. last night when he slowed down to avoid a pothole. That's when a man jumped out of the nearby bushes and approached the man and held him at gunpoint. Two other men appeared blocking the victim's path while the gunman robbed him of cash. The culprits then fled the scene through nearby bushes. After several recent incidents where it was revealed that elderly people were the subject of either abuse or being taken advantage of financially, officials from the Ministry of Social Services, Information and Broadcasting say they will review legislation that promotes better care and protection of elderly people. Phaedra Raming-Turnquest, Permanent Secretary for the ministry, tells us more.
I know that there was some concern expressed in the past regarding the care of elderly persons in residential care facilities, particularly in one in Grand Bahama. There are a number of facilities in Grand Bahama, as they are throughout New Providence. The Residential Care Authority does fall within the portfolio of the Ministry of Social Services, Information and Broadcasting. So the legislation that will be reviewed will also be impacting their act as well. And so there's a review of their act, and there is also the introduction of legislation for the care and protection of elderly persons.
Mrs. Raming-Turnquest also explains some of the roles the Social Services Ministry plays in the efforts to care for the elderly.
Well, many of these persons, you can't say that they are abandoned. It may mean that their relatives are simply unable to care for them, so they have paid, in some instances, to have them reside in various care facilities. In cases where those who have no relatives, they may find themselves there. The ministry assists where they can in terms of to some of the homes that are not specifically ours, offering grants to ensure that they are able to function in as much as we're able to provide those.
The Ministry of Social Services is expecting to introduce the new legislation sometime in early 2025. And finally, last week, Prime Minister Philip Davis welcomed Queens College 6th grade student leaders, including Student of the Year Kyrie Campbell, for a special courtesy call at the office of the Prime Minister. While Kyrie impressed the Prime Minister with his presentation on leadership and goals, Prime Minister Davis, in turn, shared with the students his inspiring journey from a boy on Cat Island and the values of setting goals, working hard, and sticking to your commitments in an effort to inspire and uplift our future leaders. Well, that'll do it for your JCN Evening News. Once again, I'm Jarino Saunders. It's been a pleasure to have you join us.
This segment of the news has been brought to you by Sun Oil Limited.